Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. Jacques. Good morning, everybody. Hello, happy Saturday.
Right.
We got them Patriots, man. They're in Foxborough. Bill Belichick licking his chops. Like, man, look at all these people on the injury report, man. I'm ready. Says Bill Belichick. But we might be ready too. So, we got to break it down, y'all. Y'all know that.
Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope everybody's turkey day went well. So, Absolutely. Hey, salute. And like you said, tomorrow we got those Pats. We done seen them before. This is one of those odd years that we see them again. Yep. So, like you said, man, you're going up against one of the greatest coaches of all time. And just that's the team that just won't die. And we'll break it down. We'll get into the meat and potatoes of it, brother.
We sure will. And I think the Thanksgiving's still got me full. You know what I mean? Even yesterday, Thanksgiving dinner, after the fact, it's still good, man. So yes, like you say, Jacques, happy late Thanksgiving, happy going into the holidays and everything for everybody. Definitely, Jacques.
Facts. Now, definitely, man. So we'll hop into it, man. And
yes,
talk
sir.
About the ultimate goal. We know we'll get into that in a minute. The media, probably the money line and everything has us losing to the Patriots, right?
Definitely.
And that's the most obvious thing. We lost to the 1-8 Texans. They're expecting the Titans to come out and lay another goose egg, right? But we didn't get blown out, okay? Just want to put that out there. So, Hawk,
yes,
give the people what they really, A, need to hear, and B, two, what we're not hearing in the media. How can we beat the Patriots, dog?
Well, I'll tell you this. It is going to be tough. And it's not so much about, the Patriots are so scary, right? This is not Tom Brady-led Patriot team, nor, it's a situation where I think the Patriots are just the absolute best team in the AFC, okay? I think the biggest issue for us, of course, is injuries. But as they always say, it's any given Sunday, right? So there are chances and opportunities for us to win this game. Yes, Vegas has us. The last line I checked was 6.5. They're 6.5 favorite over the Titans. I thought it'd be a little bit more with A.J. Brown being out, but there are many ways we can beat the Patriots, okay? Now, New England is a very good football team, especially on defense, okay? Of the teams that we have faced, in my opinion, of the film that I've seen that could cause us the biggest challenges, one, because of injuries, two, because of players, is the New England Patriots defense, okay? Their safeties literally just sit there and everything. But on the other side of the ball is where I think we can beat the Patriots. On offense, Mac Jones, the rookie, is playing at a rookie of the year level, right? When you look at the numbers, you look at the percentages and things, you're like, wow, I mean, Mac Jones I think that has the highest quarterback percentage in the NFL right now, right? He's throwing the ball at a very high clip. But when you look at their offense, it's very, very simple, okay? Very simple. Atlanta was rushing the passer very well. All the games that I've seen, you can rush Mac Jones. Mac Jones does not scramble. He's just as slow as Tom Brady, okay? So we can make Mac Jones look like mac and cheese, just like we did for Thanksgiving, okay? So we can do this. Danico Autry, Jeffrey Simmons and those guys, Harold Landry and those guys. If they step up, we can win this football game, okay? Mm-hmm. New England, they don't score a lot of points either. They shut you down on defense. But on offense, they're not putting up just, God big numbers, right? You know what I'm saying? They score, I think, 25 against the Falcons. So they're not just killing the game on offense when it comes to that. Now, they spread the ball out a lot, but they're not throwing it deep. They literally, on every throwing play, they throw out routes. Jacoby Myers is one of the guys that he targets the most. You got Hunter Henry, the tight end. He likes him a lot better than he does the former Titan, Jonnu Smith. They throw a lot of out routes. They never really throw it deep. But then you look at their receivers. Nelson Aguilar, Jacob Myers, these guys don't scare anybody when you look at their roster, right? They don't. So if our defense can play honest, it's going to be on our defense. I wish our offense could do more, but we just got too many injuries. We do. But if we can cause turnovers, if we can do that, we can beat the Patriots. The Patriots are going to try to run. And the Patriots, they do have a pretty good run game. They really do. But I do think as well, too, we've done an incredible job on the run game on defense. And, I know David Long is out. I think that's a big injury, dude. I really do. It's going to be on our front four. They're going to try to run Harris. They're going to try to run the rookie Ramondre Stevenson. Those guys will try to get the ball, but he likes to throw it to Myers, Aguilar, and Hunter Henry on the outside. It's dink and dunk. Mac Jones leads the league in the NFL as far as starting quarterbacks and throwing the ball as far as within 2 seconds. He throws at a 2-second clip. In 2 seconds, he's hitting the ball. He's getting it out. He's getting it out. He's getting it out. So if our DBs can cover well enough within those 2 to 3 seconds, you can make Mac Jones look like mac and cheese. And that's what we need to do to beat the Patriots. I really do believe our defense can make it happen with turnovers and steady play. And then getting the short field, kind of like how we did against the Rams and the Saints. That's how we're going to beat the Patriots. I'm telling you, the Patriots have a very good defense, but their offense can be challenged. So don't be scared, though, folks. Yes, we have injuries, but this Patriots team they're not going to beat you deep. They're not going to beat you with big splash plays. They beat you with steady play and a good defense. So we can beat the Patriots. It's possible. So that's my thoughts on it, Jacques. So what about you, bro? What are some ways that you think we can beat the Patriots, man?
So you summed it up. Show over, right?
Okay.
Show off now. Like you said, you touched on it a little bit, field position, right? Field position, like you said, against LA. I'll elaborate a little deeper. If you can make them march down the field on you, make them work for it. They're real good at time of possession. They play the slow ball. They almost play how the Titans were playing. I think a lot of people are trying to mimic how the Titans are playing now or how they were playing before Derrick Henry got hurt. So you're going to start to see that mimic of it, right? It's pretty cool.
That's a fact, sir.
Hey, it's pretty cool to see that because that was our style of play. Now everybody else is going to try to mimic that style of play because it's like, oh, time of possession. You win in time of possession. 2, coaching, right? We know Vrabel does a very good job against his old coach.
That's a fact.
Right? He knows how to get in Bill Belichick's head for some reason. I don't know why, but he knows how to really get into it. So in order for you to win this game, it's field position, coaching, special teams, right? Take advantage of special teams, right? Patriots got okay special teams, but with us, we got to take advantage of every little thing. You touched on the defensive side of the ball. I'm also getting some points on the offensive side of the ball, right? We know right now they're not giving us a chance on offense because our big players are down, which is and it's understandable. This is a tall task for, say, our offense to go out there and do it. But I'm going to tell you one person that's going to have to call or just have a great game, and that's Todd Downing. Todd Downing is going to have to call a hell of a game against this Patriots defense because they're not going to bring them safeties. And safeties are not going to go deep. So they know, hey, the Titans, we don't throw deep, right? They keep everything in front of them. Everything in front of them. So with this new look Titans receiving core, Golden Tate, Dez Fitzpatrick, Nick Westbrook, I wouldn't be surprised if they call up Mason Kinsey. Like, really, like this could be a Mason Kinsey day. You don't know. You're gonna have to call a smart game in this particular on Sunday, like a smart game. This has to be one of his best play calling performance of all year. Run the ball, okay? You can run it on the Patriots. You can run it on the Patriots. If you see there's a hot hand, something that I observed Sunday was when there was a hot hand, he took it out, right? He got away from the identity, which was we run the ball to open up the pass. But you talking about, hey, we're going to pass the ball to open up the run. No, you had running opportunities against the 32nd ranked defense in the league, right? So with this particular situation, if you see Hillard getting there, you see Foreman getting 2 or 3 or 4 yards, hey, if that's okay, hey, go with him for 2 plays. Go with him for 2 plays. If you need to change him out, change him out. Do what you need to do just to get the offense in a rhythm because we got to get in a rhythm. Also, hey, run fast pace. Go fast pace. Go off cycle. Go say, hey, hurry up offense. Let's go. Because with a team like on a defense like the Patriots, and I've seen it with our defense as well, if you go up tempo, you get us on our heels, right? You get us tired. You get us going. So you're going to have to keep them on their heels as well. Quick plays here, run game shit. You're really going to have your 4 downs in your head of what you're going to do. You're going to audible out of it, do what you got to do, boom, boom, boom. Fast pace. So for me, field position, if you can start on your 35 and make them start in their 20, you got a shot on offense to at least score points, right? I got enough confidence in when the Titans get in the red zone. We're going to do something. We're going to do something. You're going to kick a field goal or you're going to score a touchdown. You're going to figure it out, right? Special teams. Take advantage of your special teams opportunities. If you can go out there and get a blunder on special teams like you did against not the Texans. Who was that we played the previous Sunday? The Saints, right?
Saints, yep.
They kept us in the game.
Yep.
Hey, we're on special teams. Todd Downer's going to have to call a hell of a game. He's going to have to call one of the best games because you're working with noodles here. You ain't working with you're working with the low-grade top ramen, not the real top ramen, right? You're working with low-grade. So you're going to have to get creative. And they don't know who they haven't seen Golden Tate. Golden Tate ain't played football. We don't know what Golden Tate looks. We don't even know what Golden Tate looks like. Is he in shape? Is he not in shape? Could he be a secret weapon? Could he do, right? He'll get called up. And then, hey, third, take advantage of every opportunity you got. Don't squander it. Play a smart game. Eliminate the penalties, right? You in 2nd and 1, don't be doing stupid stuff. So that's for me, man.
Great breakdown, Jacques. Facts. No paper on everything. Right. So on the flip side of this coin, right? The Patriots are coming in on fire right now, right? Mm-hmm. They really are. They're winning a lot of football games. They've won, I think, 4 in a row right now. Right. And, so we're going into Foxborough. We're going into uncharted territory. So what are some of the reasons why you think we could lose to the New England Patriots?
Plenty of reasons, right? Not taking advantage of your opportunities when you have them, right? This is a defense. If you get an opportunity in the red zone, at least moving the ball, and we say a false start happens and it puts you back in 2nd and 15, ain't no way you getting out of that, right? Especially with the offense that we got. You might as well bring on the punt unit. What about 3rd down? No, forget 3rd down, bro. 2nd and 15, come on, bring out Brett Kern. Come on, bro. You got a better chance than we do. Eliminating dumb mistakes and turnovers, right? You can't afford a turnover against the Patriots. You can't because they're the number one. I think they are the number 1 scoring defense. They're top 5.
They're top 5. They're number 3 overall.
Okay, they're top 5. I mean, you got J.C. Jackson, you got McCourty back there.
Yep.
I mean, you have some ballers, right?
Yeah.
You got Judon, who's balling, right?
Yep.
You got the guy that they just got back from the Dolphins, number 55, who actually
Van Noy,
Van Noy is killing it. Okay, the offensive line, which I don't have no faith in right now. But the offensive line is going to get murdered, okay? Because it's not like when you're playing a Rams defense, who the Rams got one player, Aaron Donald, that you can really, really tee off on. They have multiple fronts. They're almost built like the Titans. They have multiple fronts on that line. That front four is pretty vicious, okay? So you allow, say, hey, we know Tannehill threw 4 interceptions last week on Sunday. Add 4 sacks to that. 4 sacks and 4 interceptions? Okay? Allow that to happen. You're going to lose the game, right?
Yep.
Not coaching. Getting out coached, right? You're going to lose this game, okay? But for me, if you allow that Patriots defense to go off, you're not going to win this game because offensively, we don't have powerhouses on offense. We're not a powerhouse offense. I can tell you one person maybe that I have faith in, that's Tannehill. And ironically to say that, but it's Tannehill. Tannehill is going to have a hell of a game to pick up the slack from what everybody else is missing, right? And it's very disappointing, right?
Yeah.
It's on the offensive side. On the defensive side, if you let the run game go off, right? You let the run game go off, bro. Let it go off. Let Damian Harrison go off on you, right? Let Ramondre Stevenson go off on you, right? Let Bolden go off on you. That's a 3-headed monster right there. And it's not like they kill you with 55-yard runs here, 60-yard runs here. There's 5 yards here. Damian, come on in. He get another 5, right?
Yep.
Right? So those elements, if you allow that to happen, you're going to lose this game. And you might lose it. This might be another butt kicking how we did, because we haven't had a butt kicking in a long time. I think the last game we had a butt kicking in was Arizona. Let that happen again. This is a game that it can happen, right, on both sides of the ball. So that's for me. What about you, Hawk?
So what I look at for this game, we can lose because of attrition, okay? We have a lot of whoever's on offense right now. We're really just trying to make it happen the best way that we can. And I would tell those fans, I know Tannehill's been getting the brunt of a lot of punches, and some of them it's deserved. But I will say understand the circumstances, understand who his receivers and his running backs are right now, and the offensive line. Tannehill's literally been kicked out of the house with no bags and no money. Okay, he's out there by himself right now. He has to try to figure it out. The coaching does as well too, but understand the dynamics that are going on. And now you're playing. I said 4 wins in a row. They've won 5 in a row, and they have won 5 out of the last 6 as well. You have 6 out of the last 7. Excuse me. So I think right now we have to be really careful on our offense in trying to produce enough points to beat the Patriots. The Patriots don't score a whole lot of points, but, like you said, time of possession, those things are something they have to really just be careful with at this moment. And so right now you have to look at, their defense. Duger, their safety, is really good. J.C. Jackson is really good. These guys are playing at a Pro Bowl level, not to mention Devin McCourty, right? Not to mention, Jalen Mills' other corners doing well. Their secondary is pretty good. They sit there, and they're going to do that. They're going to say, I dare you all to run the ball. We got that. You ain't throwing it either. They sit there. And Matt Judon, this guy's he's ridiculous. I think for us, that's going to be the issue. Are we going to be able to score enough with the injuries that we have? And I don't know. It's going to be tough. I hate to say, oh yeah, we got this game in the bag. No, we don't. They're going to have to play out of their minds. Players like I said, Golden Tate will probably get caught up. He's going to have to just ball out. Nick Westbrook-Akina, they're going to have to say, hey, I need 150 yards from one of you guys. The run game, I need 100 yards from somebody. Somebody's got to sort of elevate themselves, and that's going to be a challenge. I think New England's offense is going to run the ball. They're going to be as efficient as possible. Not to say they're going to score 30 points. They'll probably score enough to win the ball game. But for us, we have to score 2. And I think that's where we're going to struggle. So it's going to be tough because of injuries. If we had our players, we would beat the smoke out of the Patriots. Hear what I'm telling you. When I watch the film, I'm like, boy, that's Derrick Henry. That's a long run for Derrick Henry right there. Oh, if A.J. Brown or Julio Jones are both on the field, that would be a problem. So for me, that's how we can lose this game.
So, okay. Great points, Hawk. Great points. And side note, Golden Tate is crazy, okay? I watched a compilation clip of him. Dude is insane. He's mentally off. And actually, little known fact, if people know, Golden Tate is from Nashville. He went to JP2. If you don't know what that is, John Pope Paul II. It's a private school here. And me and my brother ran track against Golden. So we know Golden very well. Golden is crazy, man. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he comes in and does a great job. So, man, shout out to Golden. But
that's an interesting piece there, man.
Man.
We're from here. We're born and live here. So, hey, sometimes some things sort of happen, man. So,
they do. They do. Man. And, of course, his dad, he played at State. So, everybody know, man, about Golden Tate, his family, man. Yeah. So, shout out to Golden, man. Good dude, man. So, give us some players or just give us some people that we should be worried about in this game, man.
Well, they started wearing single-digit numbers now, right? They've changed the game. And I saw this guy when he played for the Baltimore Ravens, saw it live in Nashville, the game where, we lost 21-0 in a real rainy, sloppy game. Our offense was horrible that game. It was one of the worst games I've ever seen the Titans play at home in person. Had my children there with me and everything. It was terrible. But now he plays for the New England Patriots, and he wears number 9 as a defensive end, and that's Matthew Judon. Okay,
oh, man.
Judon is a beast. Okay, he's 4th in the league in sacks at 10.5 sacks. Okay, when you watch the film, Judon is a high energy guy. Okay, he looks like he should be playing with the Titans. Based on our defensive line, Matt Judon is all over the field. Okay, Taylor Lewan is going to have to really play well. And then on the right side, whoever they put out there, that's, again, like just putting a bunch of guys out there. They're going to have to really step up because Matt Judon is, as they say in Northern Cal, active, okay? Very active, okay? And so we got to really be careful with Matt Judon. I think he poses the biggest threat. And I'd say on offense, I just think it's the run game. It will be a threat, whoever they put on the field. I think Damian Harris is their steady back. I think their big play back is Stevenson, the rookie. He's the guy. If there was a splash run or screen play, it'd be Stevenson. But I think their run game and Matt Judon more than anything, it's Judon. Their DBs are going to be steady, but to make plays and turnovers and sacks, it's Judon, bro. Matt Judon for me. What about you, Jacques?
I mean, you said it, and it starts with the pass rush. Van Noy, Judon. That's where, and I believe that's why the DBs are eating like that, and that's why they don't have to play big offenses. That's why they don't have to do too much because of Judon and Noy and all them getting to the quarterback. And Hightower's playing out of his mind, and people try to kind of forget about him, who's another Tennessee native who is from Columbia. So shout out to Hightower. I actually used to work with his dad, so he's a good dude, another good dude, man. We all about the same age, so we kind of know each other, man. It's pretty solid, but it's one of those things, like you said, pass rush. It's the same thing with the Titans. We see how they beat LA, right? It's the same exact thing. Our offensive line is going to have to hold fort against that offensive line, and we haven't seen a good we played a good defensive line. We played a few defensive lines,
except
man.
Houston, but yeah,
except Houston. So it's just one of those things. You had a break against Houston, right? You kind of,
yep.
I would say you struggled against them, but you did allow a sack or two, right?
Yep, that's right.
Now you got to go back into the gauntlet because you're going against another high-powered, tough defensive line. So, yeah, you said it, Hawk. I mean, I agree with it. I agree with 100%. Judon, Van Noy, those guys.
Yep.
All right. And that's where the turnovers and the points are getting scored on defense. So that's for me, man.
Yep.
So
yep.
So go ahead. No, go ahead.
So Jacques, so on that same breath, man, you know, you and I have been talking all week about our thoughts. You know, I'm sitting there even eating Thanksgiving with the family, thinking like, man, we got a tough task ahead of us. You know, we're not scared. We're with whoever and whatever. The Titans they will battle anybody, right? They don't get blown out. They battle. But do we have a shot? Can we beat the Patriots? Do we have a shot? Period.
So I know you asked me this. We talked about this a couple of days ago, and initially we said no, right? It's like no with the injuries, and I still think it's a long shot. Well, it's not a long shot, but it's any given Sunday. The one little faith that we do have is the teams are similar, especially on offense. This is one offense doesn't make mistakes, and one offense does, right? Yeah. One offense is battling injuries, the other one has their full arsenal. Okay. The good thing is both defenses are built the same. We can talk this big stuff about the Patriots defenses, how much they're scary. But you still got big Jeff Simmons. You still got Danico Autry. You still got Harold Landry, right? We know Tierra Tart's not playing, but you got Naquan Jones who played pretty well, right? You got a defensive line that if they get going and you need a spark, like how we had in the Rams game with Danico Autry, if you can get that going, cool. David Long's injury being out is huge, right? But it's not like you're playing Matthew Stafford. You're playing Mac Jones, right? Yep. You got N'Keal Harry he's throwing to. He's Nelson Aguilar. This is not a scary offense, right? No. This offense is not this big top-notch offense. I watched the Falcons when they played the Falcons. The problem with the Falcons is if they had Cordell Patterson, they would have had a shot.
That's a fact, sir.
They would have had a big shot. They would have been in the game more than what they were when they played them going down, 25-0. The Patriots were keeping them in the game. So with the Titans, thing is, can you score points on offense when it's time to score points? Now, the hilarious thing is, they were able to move the ball against Houston. They just couldn't get it was just mistakes here and there, right?
Yes, dude.
It was just mistakes. And I feel like Sunday they can move the ball. I just feel like mentally right now they're not ready because you got Dez Fitzpatrick out there who needs to be mentally prepared. Is he mentally prepared? No, right? Look for more attrition. So to answer your question, we do have a shot to win this game. We do. But you're going to have to play a hell of a game to win this game, especially on offense. But and we don't do score predictions no more because we just get them wrong.
Yeah.
But I will say it'll be a low-scoring game. And it's not going to be a shootout because of both defenses are built the same. And we got the best safety in the league. Devin McCourty can say what he can say. I don't care. Kevin Byard, the mayor of Murfreesboro, is the smartest safety in the league. Thanks. So he can make Matt Jones look goofy, okay?
Right.
So for me, yes, we have a shot. Would I say that we can win? I ain't going to say that. But we got a shot. What about you, Hawk?
Yeah, so I just probably this morning is when I finally realized, watching enough, film from the last several games that the Patriots have played, watching enough. And at the end of the day, I'm thinking, yeah, we got a shot. We got a shot because New England, they just as they always do. They do the best with the talent that they have. On offense, they're not highly
Facts,
talented.
no paper. Facts,
They're not.
No paper.
But they get coached up extremely well. And the Patriots have never just had, except the years of they had Randy Moss and Tom Brady. Outside of they've always just had a bunch of dudes, but they make it work, right? Every so often they'll get a free agent like a Corey Dillon or something like that. But for the most part, it's a bunch of special team guys. You know, you have quarterbacks like Julian Edelman that became a receiver, you know, just all kind of things that just sort of happen. You know what? And they've had Gronk, yes, but Gronk was a 4th round pick. No one thought he was going to just be this Hall of Fame tight end either, right? So I think with the Patriots, they don't scare you too much on offense. It's not a big threat of we about to get blown out, right? Because of their offense. It's their defense. We have a shot. We do. It is going to come down to this. Okay, Kevin Byard outsmart Mac Jones. You just spoke about Byard, the highest rated safety in the NFL. He's leading all safeties in Pro Bowls. Okay, him and Jeffrey Simmons are both up there. Also, as well, can Mike Vrabel outcoach his former coach, not his mentor, because he's never coached under Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, side note, born in Nashville, Tennessee, coached at Vanderbilt as well. Can he outcoach Bill Belichick? He has over the past few games, because Mike Vrabel's he's 2-0 against Bill Belichick. The last time he had Bill Belichick in his feelings. Do you remember that, right? In the playoffs. Bill Belichick was pissed off because how Mike Vrabel did some things, and I thought it was slick too, man. So Bill Belichick probably has a little something for Mike Vrabel for this game. But can we outsmart their coaching? And I think that's going to be because we have no choice. If we had the talent, it wouldn't even be so much about coaching. Like, man, we got these dogs out here. You gonna stop Derrick Henry? Doubt it, right? You gonna stop AJ and Julio? Doubt it, right? Right. Now, you know, but Dupree's out, David Long is out, Rashaan Evans is out. Do I need to keep going? AJ out, AJ's out, of course, Julio, Derrick Henry. It's so many players that are out, and we have to make do somehow, some way. So we have a small shot. And it's going to be tough, y'all. I'm not going to sit there. Yeah, we got this game. Can't say that because it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. But
now that's facts, man. And like you said, it's going to be one of those things, man, where you have to bring your A game, and it's going to be cold. But I will say this. Another shot. And a side note, and we can get up out of here. Tannehill has his best games when he played against the Patriots. When he was with Miami,
that's right.
Even when he was with the Titans. So
it's true.
Just no paper. Keep that history in mind that Tannehill knows the Patriots, and he knows them very well. He was doing it with mediocre Dolphins teams. And I just think, just keep that in mind. Just put that in your back pocket, compartmentalize that in your brain, and just remember that. Tannehill does very good.
That's right, Jacques. If there's one team in the AFC East that would always give the Patriots problems for some reason, was the Miami Dolphins.
And they always split with them for some reason.
I
never could understand that. And that was one of those things. So just remember that. Just remember that, people. And don't count the team out because we know how they play against the inferior competition. But this game is a little weird because it's almost even. It's like, how do they play against a team that's almost just like them?
Right.
How do you play yourself?
Yeah.
We'll see Sunday.
Jacques, hell of a point, bro. Well, folks, that ends the show, y'all. Again, thank you for watching the show. Thank you. If you still have, turkey and dressing on your mouth and your nose, I understand, but we appreciate you all watching the show. As the Titans go into Foxborough, hey, man, let's try to get it done. As we always do, and as we always say, if you want to check us out on Instagram, check us out at Tennessee Titans Weekly. Also on Twitter, check us at Titans Weekly 24/7. We are also on Apple and we are on Spotify. So if you have that as well on your podcast, subscribe there as well too. Check us out. We're there, y'all. We're there. And we might be having something cooking up tomorrow. If we do, check our YouTube page, on our community page. We have something popping tomorrow about the game. We will let you know, man.
Definitely. And like you said, all those platforms that we on, please subscribe. Please subscribe when you do. Put your notification information on. That way it lets you know when we post on those particular platforms. Hey, as we always say, man, we'll get there. Let's get to the Patriots game. Also, importantly, with no more injuries, right?
Yep.
So let's make sure we go in there, take care of business, get out, get to the bye. Everybody, I think, needs a mental break. I think Titans fans and the Titans themselves. And, hey, we'll do what we do, and let's just take it home, man. Let's take it home.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, to you and yours, folks, you know how we do. You know what we always do. Facts!
No paper!